Thank you. Our next guest up, it was in all the iconic films, and you've seen them all. Let's give a warm late night welcome to Clem Caserta.
Johnny P.
Mr. Whispers, how are you, buddy?
Hello, handsome.
Beautiful host.
How are you?
Right over here. You just clip yourself.
How do you do? I don't know how to do this.
That's all right. Have a seat and just give it a little clip like this.
Like this? I'm not used to these TV shows.
You're not used to TV shows?
Not like Johnny P.
Oh, no.
I know Johnny Casa. Let's give it here for Johnny Casa. I got a kid, right?
Come here, let me do that. I'm going to charge you an extra $20. Yeah, there you go.
You're good.
So, Clem, what's up, buddy? Where's our pal?
He's your man. Well, tell me what happened. I don't know why ain't he here tonight.
Vinny Pastore was supposed to be sitting with you. He worked on a movie tape, kept texting me, he's running late, running late. And that's it.
I can't answer him. I guess he had another engagement. He had a movie. Well, I don't know. Tell me why he ain't here. I don't know.
He's crazy.
Well, he's my friend. You want me to talk about Vinny a little bit?
Well, listen, how did you guys actually meet?
This is a real story. I have to tell you a real story. When I did the Bronx Tales, I was not just one of the stars of the movie. I was a consultant to the production. Does anybody know what that means? In the audience, anybody knows what a consultant to the production means?
No.
What does it mean?
Means you're the second-hand guy to what goes on and everything.
Good. I controlled the whole set. I put 158 guys in that movie, all Italian Americans, and 160 wanted to kill me. But Vinny Pastore, what I did is he was my stand-in, and I wanted him to be here because he was going to say that. I'm not just saying how we met. And when I shot some stuff, he just happened to get cut, and he wasn't in the movie. But he actually, if you watch that movie, there's a dead scene where the bar behind the scene is just blank. Now, me and Vinny became good friends through the years. As a matter of fact, I'm good friends with him now. I think he's a great actor. You know, he probably couldn't be here. He had another. I can't answer why he's here. Talk to you. Why I don't know why he's here. I guess he had another engagement. So me and Vinny, I'm doing something. It took me. This movie business is an ego business. People have big egos. They become stars in their mind. I'm not a star. I'm nobody. That's how I deal with life. I'm doing a movie called The Mafats, which he's going to play a tape later of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got this for 2 years, and what it does, it makes me look like a liar, because every time you got it, you lose it, you got it, you lose it. Money, problems, liars, bullshitters in this business, you know, they're all pea shooters. And I don't want to discuss why I didn't do it, but we're ready to go with it. And this piece, it took me 2 years to cast it. We spend $100,000 for 10 minutes. It's a spoof. I wouldn't call it a mob movie. I would call it more of a comedy drama. I'm going to do this movie. I'm going to be casting for it. I'm looking at a lot of people. In the next, I would say, 3 to 6 months, Vinny Pastore is supposed to star with me in this movie. I'm looking strong at Vinny. I'm looking at Mickey Rourke. I'm looking at Danny Aiello. Whoever I could attach to the picture. And we're going to shoot it, part of it on Staten Island, a small portion. Everything's going to go to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We have everything, scripts ready. We're in position. But again, people call you liars when you don't do it. They laugh at you. They make jokes. You know, that's the business. You know. But I'm committed to doing this. And the next thing I'm really working on is probably the best event that I ever wanted to pull off. I'm going to mention, with all due respect, the New York State Senator Andrew Lanza. But I really want you to know he's for the people. Remember what I'm telling you. Not because he's Italian, I love him, but I love him for that reason too. But he's for the people. He's a Republican, and he's the most sincere politician that ever hit Staten Island. Okay, so I really want you to acknowledge him. And I say what I say about him, and I'm not into politics. He's sincere and he's for the people. And I'm proud to be his friend. And my son happens to work in his office. He's 16, and he's got a government job. So I really, if anybody votes, and I'm not a politician, we should really all get behind them and vote. So let's give them a little applause, audience. We need to get a good politician behind us. So now we're not going to talk about politics no more. But John, anybody you got that you could bring to the table, you could call the Johnny P Show. Whether you singers, dancers, I'm looking for co-host, I'm looking for host. I don't know how much time we got. I didn't time it yet. I'm going to be directing and producing it. I need camera guys. We're gonna bring a whole staff in, and it's going to be a free event. I'm working free, and if it costs me money, it's okay. But I'm doing it for the senator and for the people in Staten Island. That's my goal. We need a man like him in office.
Definitely. Senator Lansing.
Matter of fact, you know what I want to do? The audience makes the show, and nobody appreciates the audience. And I say get the cameras on them, because we need the audience behind the people. And I'm for the audience.
Now, Clem, listen, you've been doing a lot of stuff through your whole life. Before we get into the new things and all this cool stuff that you're doing, why don't you just give the people a little history on some of these movies that you were in, and a couple of your favorites that'll always be with you?
My favorite movie that I hate to say I love myself in, and you don't even know it. Well, you know why? Because the camera liked me, and I know De Niro for 52 years, and I got to kill him. And I always wanted to kill him. It's called Night in the City. Okay, did anybody see that movie, Night in the City? I bet you none of you seen it. That's my man. I know you seen it because I showed it to you. I had to kill De Niro and Jessica Lange. And when I did this movie, this really made me, to me, an actor, this picture, and I'll tell you why. Because I had to kill him. When you're close with somebody, and if you really don't know how to let go of the cameras, it's like, you know, you got to kill your best friend. And I had to kill him in this thing, and I had trouble because my relationship was so strong. So what did he do to me? This is the best.
Yeah,
this is what I got it. He didn't talk to me on the set. Jessica Lange, I used to flirt with her. She wouldn't even smile at me because they knew they meted me. They meted me. I didn't meted them. That's when I got it. Now they ain't talking to me the whole time. I'm saying, look at this dirty rat. This guy's my best friend. He ain't speaking to me. Now, when we get down to the wire, when I got to kill him, now I'm angry, and I knew I'm going to take him. And the gun had a quarter of a load. And there was another guy with me. As a matter of fact, he's dead. I forgot his last name. Jerry, I don't want to remember because he almost shot me in the head. So we had to both shoot him at the same time. And as I go to shoot him, I got the gun, and I'm pointing the gun. And I'm like, my eyes, I'm going crazy. And this guy throws a shot over my head, and he burns my hair. And Jerry, I forgot his name, another actor. And my hair, and I got really paranoid about it. I said, look at this crazy man, he wants to kill me, this guy. He was mad because I had to kill De Niro first. The guns, how they went off. So when I go, then I had to really get in that moment. Now, De Niro, this is what made me really know perfection. Because if you work with me, you will never want to work with me. I do things a million times. The clip you're going to watch, it took me 2 years, and I shot it for 6 months, 10 minutes. We went for 100,000, okay? So De Niro in this scene, he gets money like this, and he gets the money, and he throws it in the air. And he's going, and he's crying in the scene, and he goes, stop the camera. He says, this guy's a nut. A speck of dirt was on the bill. I learned perfection. Now, I'm not the greatest actor in the world, but I'm with the best. I work with the best of the best, the best directors in the country, the best actors in the world. That's the day I learned how to act. I caught perfection, and I caught how intense. Now, he was crying in the scene, and I recommend everybody go rent that movie because I love that movie. And I say one word. I can't say what I said because I cursed in that movie. But I say one word in the whole picture. I think what I did, the performance was being in the moment. I learned in that day to really learn. It was an acting tool that he gave me that day. That was just one of the times, but that was a very important movie to me. And I don't like it because the camera loved me. See, the camera's got to like you. Sometimes it likes you, sometimes it don't. The camera liked me in that picture. Great cinematographer. So you should all go see that movie. Now, does anybody got any more questions about De Niro's movies? Because I'll talk about any movie you want to talk about. Let's go. You saw the
Once
that.
Upon a Time in America.
Great. That one I wasn't that good at. Because I just, my first movie, and I worked with Sergio Leone. I don't know, does anybody know who Sergio Leone is? Raise your hand. Okay, Sergio Leone was spaghetti westerns. He invented them in Italy. He was one of the greatest directors in the, he made me go up and down a ladder. I got a heart attack, I was in Italy. I get up and down. Moments, directors teach you moments. What I learned of Sergio Leone is, he tortured me because I was laughing on the set, a little kid shaking me down. I couldn't see a little kid shaking me down, and I kept laughing. He made me angry going up and down a ladder in that movie. I don't know who's seen that movie. I know, Frankie, you've seen it. One of the greatest directors in the world. Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
Does anybody know Ridley Scott?
Yeah.
Give him a little hand. The guy won 19 Academy Awards.
Nobody votes, they don't watch TV, they don't go to movies. Well,
I tell you the truth, dead. I thought you had a little life here.
I'm teasing.
I'm only joking too, but I'm not really joking. Ridley Scott only won, I think, 2 or 3 Academy Awards, Titanic, a few movies, you know.
Yeah.
Just
The little ones.
The greatest director. Again, I work with, he let me loose. The directors, does anybody know Martin Scorsese? I did 3 movies with Martin Scorsese. I did Goodfellas, I did Casino, and I did a movie called the Mad Dog and Glory. No, that was his wife. I did another one with him. Another director, just learning and watching on the set. See, the trouble in this business, this is the problem. Every guy out there that wants to be an actor, they do indie films, and it goes to their head, and they become too big for themselves. You got to be on a level of making people like you. You got to be a little bit humble. You got to be very humble in this business. You get cocky, they shoot you down in a heartbeat. Frankie, I know you know that because you deal with a lot of those guys. I know what you deal with. So my recommendation to people that want to be actors, be very humble, be nice to the public. I cast, okay? When I cast a movie, I'm casting now the Mafats. I got a production company for 35 years called Fun Film Productions. It all means nothing. You got to make the scuttles. That's the bottom line. I never cared about money. John, did I ever care about money? I never cared. When I worked, how did I ever care about money?
Hey, threw it like this.
I used to
like
throw it
Ralph
away.
Crampton.
No, I did it. You do it for fun. You do it to have fun. If you put your ego in the way, you're going to lose. No, that's what happens to people. They get big. They get... Be nice to the public. Let them like you. I just got back from Villa Roma.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
This is one of my good stories. I'm in Villa Roma. I go to meet and greet. I had to go into live audiences. Like what I'm doing now, I couldn't do 2 weeks ago because I don't like working with live audiences. So I had to break a barrier. So I went to Villa Roma, meet and greet. My son was on Hell's Kitchen, Chef Clemenza Jr., and he's been on it, he's on it for 8 weeks. He's going to be on it. Again, I can't disclose what's going to happen on the show, but he's going to go to the end, okay? So I went there to get him some recognition, you know, as a cook, because I personally put him with De Niro, and De Niro's restaurant with Drew Napor, the best chef in the world. I think he's one of the greatest chefs there are. And I put him out there with him. So I made him go there and cook in the kitchen. And I had to get control of the audience. When I say control, I had them up, down. So I was playing first AD, second AD, host. I played every role. Villa Roma is a tiny resort. They get 50,000 people a year.
Yep.
I go there. I'm scared of live audiences. I'm scared to death of live audiences. I really am. But now I'm not no more because I broke the barrier. I had to break barriers for me as an actor. We go up there, and my son, remember, is on Channel 5, Fox, twice a week for 2 months already.
Yep, right
That's
now.
major world. I don't get that exposure. That's big exposure that I could get right today. That's today. So he's out there, and he does this cooking thing, and we're going to put this dish, this Butanesh sauce. Frankie, you understand that. You don't know what. Butanesh. It's called Butana sauce. That's, my family came in 1897 from Italy and brought that sauce from America. My family is all Napolitans. We brought it to Little Italy. My son made this sauce. He mentions me on the show one time because he's getting big, that kid. So he mentions me that I made the sauce. So now we go shoot it in the audience. And I'm really having fun with you. I had to break the audience to me is what makes everything. Without audiences, we're nothing. Without fans, we're nothing. We need to be with the people that come and see us. And I really got loose with them, but I was like having fun with them. I was Joe. Everybody became a movie star in the audience. Now I'm gonna do this show. I might do that when I got it on hold, and we shoot it. And I get a guy calls me up. He says, Clem Caserta. He says, I love your sauce. I said, my sauce. My son made it, but I'm the one that he said made it. They give me an offer. They're gonna bottle this sauce. Jimmy whispers, I'm gonna put it on the market. This is one thing I wanna do, and I'm gonna really work on this project. But I'm a little scared because they're gonna make it, and I want it right. I don't wanna put my name on nothing bad. So that's one of my next projects I'm gonna throw on.
Now listen, we got the clip of the Mafayettes. You want to show it?
Absolutely.
Control room, let's roll that clip of Clem Caserta in the production of the Mafayettes.
Now it's a spoof. Remember, it's a spoof.
Turn the rest upon him, O Lord, may a perpetual light shine upon him.
Before we leave for Mass this morning, we'd like to say a prayer for our brother Mikey Dutadu. From the Father, the Son, and the Spirit. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Forgive us our trespasses, and forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Our Father.
Precipice! Temptation! Temptation! Oh, my boy! Michael! My boy! Come wake up! Wake up, my Mikey! Do the don't! Last week, when you jerk off, I don't say nothing. I say wash your hands. I do anything for you, my boy.
Mr. Dutadu, take it easy.
Anything you want. I make you scongelli, a ravioli, anything you want. You want a pasta fazola, I make a pasta fazola. Oh, my boy! Oh, my boy!
Do me a favor, get it, take her home, take her home.
Look at the beautiful
Dutadu, relax, calm down. What are you crying for? You're not even paying for this funeral. What the
boy.
Hey, Jimmy. How you doing, baby? Come to pay my respects.
Uncle Jimmy, these broads shouldn't be here. They're gutter whores.
You come with these douchebags here to disrespect me when my friend is dead in the funeral. You ain't getting away with that!
Hey, Jimmy, we made our bones.
Yeah, you made your bones!
Okay, so that movie took me 2 years to cast it, and it took me 6 months to shoot it. Because I'm a perfectionist and we had to keep getting people right. It was a spoof. It wasn't, the script is totally different. The script is about all the tiny guys retire and they think with the little head instead of the big head, and these girls sort of take them over. But they're not, it ain't really a mob movie. It's not that. It becomes like a little bit of a love story. And casting these girls are very difficult because I like the real thing. I like girls that are street. I like girls that are guys. If I cast them, I like to cast guys that I know I worked with before, guys that could do roles. There ain't many people. Like Johnny P, we could lock him in the bathroom every day. Now, let me just tell you a story about him.
First time we met?
Oh, this guy's crazy. Listen to me. Now, you want to meet a guy who watts? This is a guy. He calls me up. He says, listen, Clem, he says, I was hot off the press. When I'm hot, people want you when you're hot. And he knew I was hot. He said, do me a favor, you want to come to my house? He said, I got this great band. He says, and I want you to meet this band and hear them. I go to his house. He's got these rock guys around, nice guys, great. I really liked his band, but I want to show you a maniac. He's got a pool in the yacht. I think it was about 6 feet deep.
No, it was 9 feet deep.
9 feet deep. Yeah. He says, Clem, I want to show you something. I said, this guy wants to impress me. He goes on the roof of house. 2 stories. Dives in the pool. I said, this guy's a maniac. Then he came out and he played the drums. Now, John was really a good drummer in his group. I really loved his group. I mean, I really liked him. I'm not into rock and metal, but I liked his group. So I was doing a movie, Jimmy Whispers Returns to Mulberry Street.
Yep.
I shot it about, 10 years ago. And he said to me, Clem, I want to put the music in this movie. Well, it was right. War on the Streets. That was great, John.
He started it. We did a minute Mafia cameo, black and white, before the song started, and he started. It was great. And I never met Clem before, and I knew he was in town. I always wanted to meet him because I loved all those Mafia movies. And
What is that word, Mafia? Use Italian.
okay, the Italian mob movies. But anyway, I'm sorry. I saw him at the light, so I started chasing his car down. And
I found a guy. Guy's nuts. He almost hits my car.
I have four of his guys in the car. I stopped at the light. I jumped out of my car. I had my CD. I knocked on his window. He was like this. I'm like, Clem. All his boys in the back were like this.
They're all actors. Don't use that word out of context. I don't like. See, Frankie, how people take things out of context. They were all legitimate actors.
No, of course they were.
Legitimate actors.
But then he rolled down the window. He goes, "What do you want?" I go, "Clem, I got a band. I heard you in town. I love your movies. Just could you take this? I would love to get in a movie." He goes, "You're crazy. You got a card?" Gave him a card, and that was it. We became friends after that.
And what I like about John is he's insane. If he's normal, I don't deal with normal people. And I think his show, it could go someplace. And I think you have to be humble. Remember what loses. If you're not humble, you talk how big you are. Have fun with what you're doing. Take it as a hobby. Act and do the best you could do, and you'll win in life. That's what I agree. And anybody wants to act or wants I'm going to name another actor. I have to, because I'm stuck with a guy. You know this guy, too. You're all going to know the guy I mentioned. Gary, if you don't know this one, I'm walking at it. Who knows the Jersey Shore? Raise your hands. Jersey Shore. There's an actor on there that was in my acting school. He came there, and he was a good Italian kid. I'm not saying Italian, but he happened to be like a greaseball, a kid from Italy, and he was a nice kid. Really, I had two students, I loved them. I had this other kid, I forgot his name. I got so many students, but this one kid, I don't forget his name. This kid comes on in my school, he goes, Clem. He was broke. I used to stake him. I used to buy him lunch every day. He couldn't afford the school no more, Frank. This is the truth, okay? I get him. I bring him in my school, and I make him a teacher. Becomes my teacher. Comes over my house about, I'm going to guess, I don't know when Jersey Shore started, about, let's say, 4 years ago. And I get a delivery of beats. I remember my little son swimming in the pool. Somebody say, "Hey, you got an order." I said, "Who is it?" And I come on, and I give him a $10 tip up in the pool. He says, "Clem, Vinny." Now he's delivering pizza for Nucci's, by the way. Nucci's he worked for, did you know that?
No, not at all.
Vinny Guardino from Jersey Shore.
Yeah. We had his Uncle Nino on last month.
Never mentioned my name. I didn't make him. He had the talent. And again, he was my student and my teacher. I'm going to go up to him. You know Clem Caserta is? I mean, imagine that.
That's it, man. I'm just looking forward to good things and wish you the best of fortune with your new sauce, your son Clemenza, the Mafayettes, and putting Vinny in the bathroom.
I'm going to lock him in the bedroom. I'm locking you in the bedroom.
Okay.
We're going to lock her in the bedroom. So let me just close this. It's Johnny P's show. Let's acknowledge Johnny's show. He does a great job. I'm going to go now. Enough done. And it's a pleasure.
Clem Caserta. I'll see you in the pool this week.
You were amazing. Thank you.
You don't got a house big enough for me to jump off of. All right, Clem Caserta, everybody. Again.